Lethal Company. Now, if I'm going to review this game, obviously I need to explain what is Lethal Company. Well, the game was released on the 23rd of October and it was uploaded onto the Steam store created by just one person by the name of Zekers, around something like that. And the game is a unique horror game.
Let me out!
Oh my god! Not ready for that.
Shit, how do I drop this? How do I drop my metal onion? Oh my god, there's a static. Oh my
Me like that. Oh, Flower Man!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Where did he go? Where did he go? It's got proximity chat, and you gotta go inside buildings, try and dodge a bunch of monsters, get scrap, get out, sell it, and you do it all again. And it's completely blown up. You know, the game was a massive success, and today I'm just gonna be listing some good things about it and some bad things. To start off, I'm gonna get the bad news out of the way, and we will list some of the bad things about this game, and there really aren't that many. The biggest issue I've had with this game is I've played it for about 100 hours now, and I've had quite a bit of that on solo, and it's just not designed for solo. This game is not made for solo. It's made for 4 people or more. When you're playing solo, if you die, for example, go. Hey, whoa. You will lose all of your scrap, and obviously with multiple people, it's a lot harder for everyone to die. But when you're playing solo, you've got one chance, and if you die, all of that scrap's gone. You've got to do it all again. So the game can become quite long, quite methodic, you know, it becomes a bit of a chore. And of course, that's completely fine because this game is obviously built around being for multiple people. You know, it has the prox chat, like that doesn't mean anything on solo. It's just not designed for solo, but despite that, I think the game could definitely benefit from having maybe an extra mode that's designed for solo play a bit better, where maybe you keep a percentage of your scrap and it's made a little bit easier for people by themselves. Like maybe they've got an item they can buy where it gives them more hand space, because you know, getting like engines back and forth to the ship and back to the building, back to the ship on solo, it takes forever, and maybe the game could benefit from making time pass a bit slower on solo. But that is the only big issue I actually have with the game. There's a couple smaller issues which I'll also discuss, but that's the only big gripe I actually have. Now, the second issue I have can actually be fixed by community mods, and the community is absolutely amazing. There's so many mods that have been made for the game already, but the issue is the lobby size, because for example, big streamers are playing the game and they're going to want to invite all of their friends and some viewers, but unfortunately the base game only has a max lobby size of 4 people, and the game is absolutely a blast with 4 people. You can have a ton of fun, and I pretty much only play unmodded, so I'm always with 3 other people, but sometimes it can get a little boring and sometimes you just want to spice it up. So I think the game could definitely benefit from also just having bigger lobbies implemented into the base game, because as I said before, you can fix this with the very popular bigger lobby mod, but obviously it would be amazing if the base game just had this option, because a lot of people aren't going to be installing mods, so you know, the average person will only be able to play 4 people, so it'd be nice to see a future update that just implements some sort of bigger lobby function. And now another complaint about the game is actually a bit of a debatable one. It's the fact that there's no long-term upgrade, and you know, run to run, everything's different every run, and there is a charm to that, but I think there is a way to do it a little better, having at least something on the side that you can upgrade throughout multiple runs, or at least just add more upgrades for individual runs, because once you get to like the end game moons like Titan, Rend and Dine, you don't really need to do much. If you've got both teleporters and you know, you've got torches, shovels, flashlights, you've got spray paint to mess around with, if you've got all of that, it feels like there's not really much more to do except from, you know, go for the quotas, which can be a lot of fun. But I think over time some people might start to get a bit bored of that, and you know, they'll start getting mods, but for the people that don't get mods, they might actually just drop off from the game a bit. So I think in future, having at least more in-game upgrades and maybe some cosmetics throughout multiple runs would be something on the side, just to, you know, keep people going. I think that'd definitely be a really good idea. Like for example, in Risk of Rain, you can still do this with it still feeling like you're working towards something in the long term, where in Risk of Rain you can unlock different characters and cosmetics and stuff like that, different abilities for multiple different runs, but at the start of every run, you have no items. You are still starting from scratch. So I think if Lethal Company had something similar to this, it would definitely help the game out a lot in the long term, because obviously at the moment the game's brand new, everyone's having fun discovering the game, but over time, if you want to think about the longevity of the game, I think you kind of have to add something like this. So again, the game would benefit from this kind of feature. And my final issue with the game at the moment is just a little nitpick about a few glitches here and there, like how you can put the mask on while you're going to the company and it'll stick on your face and it'll make you muffled, but you actually won't turn into an actual mask enemy, you'll still be alive. But I didn't actually record any footage of this, unfortunately. Just little glitches like that, especially the sound. There's been a glitch that's gone on for a while now, and it's quite annoying. The sound will just like stop completely sometimes. So you'll be like walking around, and all of a sudden you can't hear your footsteps, you can't hear things dropping, and then you hear like lots of static sound noises, and it's a bit annoying, you know. So, you know, if there's like a patch to just get rid of small things like that at some point, that'll be awesome. Obviously, you got to understand that this game is made by one person, so of course it's going to have issues like that, and as long as those are patched out, then that'll be absolutely fine, and they don't happen too often, so it's fine just to not really focus on them, because again, it's not that big of a problem at the moment, and I can still enjoy the game a hell of a lot. And now that we've listed the few problems with the game, we're going to get into the real meat of the video, and we're going to list the best things about this game. And of course, it wouldn't be a Lethal Company review if we didn't first talk about the game's amazing voice chat. As everyone says, the proximity chat in this game turns everyone into a voice actor, and I could not agree more.
I can't see shit.
You got this, man.
Fucking alright.
Jump, do it. Of course, the proximity chat is 100% the game's main feature. That's what everyone's playing it for. But it's not the only great thing about this game. Of course, the monsters themselves are very interesting, and apparently they were actually inspired by SCP, which is a very, very fun game and a very horrible game sometimes.
Have fun.
Oh, go get him.
Well, this should be fun.
He just doesn't move, he just accepts it.
But yeah, you can see the inspiration, and things like the Bracken and the little girl and Jester, they're very interesting monsters. They're pretty unique. You know, they all have their own quirks and charms, and something that's really fun about the game is how you can learn to counter certain things. Like before the rail cheese was removed for the thumpers, you could actually hop up on a rail, and spiders too, I believe. You could hop up on a rail and avoid damage from them, but unfortunately that was patched out. It is what it is, man. You gotta roll with the punches. But a lot of things, you know, you can learn how to counter them, and it's really fun just learning how to play the game, because another thing with the game is it just drops you right in. There's no like big tutorial, you just drop right into the ship and you have a quota and you have to just go get some scrap. And you know, it's really fun just being dropped into the game straight away. Another thing I love about this game is actually the music. As someone that doesn't really focus on music in games too much, I'm probably not able to comment on the music in this game like a crazy amount, but I have to say, if this soundtrack is made by just the one dev, it's really impressive. I wish I was able to turn the music down a bit, because it can be a little annoying at times, but the little piano soundtrack you hear sometimes outside is actually really nice, and it does kind of match the theme of the game actually. Another great thing about Lethal Company is how simple the game is, you know, there's no battle passes, and at times maybe the fact that there's no cosmetics and stuff is nice, because it's simple, you know what you gotta do. You drop in and you get scrap, you sell it, you know what you're doing. You boot up the game, you know what's going on. And of course, like I said before about the negatives, There could be a worry about the longevity of the game with there not being any extras, but at the moment, you know, it's nice. It's a new game. There's not a crazy amount of content. It's a simple game. And the newest update that just dropped added things like masks. It changed the ship to a Christmas theme. It added spray paint and stuff like that. And that was a really nice update. So it's good to see that the game is still getting a lot of effort from the dev, and they're definitely still putting a lot of passion into the updates, because as I said, that recent update was really good, and it's obviously the first major update to the game, so I'm sure a lot of people are enjoying the update at the moment. The masks can make for some really funny encounters. Well, this is awkward. I don't want to fuck you, okay? We're just friends. Well, I don't want to fuck you! I don't want to! We've so got this, bro. We've got this. Are you good? What the fuck? Oh, hell! Oh, you scared me. Oh! Oh, yo, whoa, whoa, whoa. So yeah, they're definitely something that's helped the game out a lot, and I think this game definitely still has quite a good future at the moment. And another thing I really love about this game is just the red dress girl thing, being haunted by her and her like whispering in your ear and shit. No! Shit, shit. No, 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 the girl! No, no, please, no, don't start speaking to me. Don't, no, no, no. Oh, bro, I'm freaking the fuck out. No, 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 don't start speaking to me. Don't start saying, no! It could get really scary sometimes, and it's just an absolute laugh when you see someone freaking out and you can't see anything. They're just acting schizo. I think that's an amazing feature of the game, and especially because it feels like you get hunted a pretty fair amount by her. Like, you don't get hunted every single moon most of the time, but she'll always go after someone, so I feel like it's really balanced. A lot of the things in this game do feel really polished, despite the fact that, you know, the game's graphics looks like something out of a PS1 game. But I think that also adds to the style, like the whole kind of black lines and stuff really fits the game's theme, and it just ties together so nicely. I could probably babble on about what I loved about this game for years. Like, you know, I could explain in depth the counters to monsters and how awesome that is and blah blah blah, but, you know, I think you guys get the picture. You know, the game has some downsides, but it has a lot of upsides. It has prox chat. The monsters synergize so well. It is a proper horror game at times, and it turns everyone into voice actors, and it's definitely one of the most unique games I've played in a very long time, and I'm sure we can all agree that nowadays that is what people are looking for. And the best part about the game is the fact that it's actually not too expensive. It's only $9.99 or around £7 or £8 if I recall, so you should definitely go pick up the game, get some friends on, or even play with randoms. Everybody is nice on this game. I swear to God, everyone is nice on this game. So I think that's why I'm going to give Lethal Company a very solid 8.5 out of 10, and it can definitely improve that to a 9. If it keeps coming with these juicy updates and maybe add some extra upgrades and stuff to keep people like me interested, I would easily bump it up to a 9. It's one of the best games I've ever played. I've just been addicted to it recently, and I hope it stays as one of those games that you play for a while instead of just becoming an on-the-side game, because it would be a shame to see the game die out. But I think it has a lot of potential. Hopefully it will have a bright future and keep going for quite a while. The game is 100% worth just buying to try it out. Even if you don't like it, you can refund it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A bit of a different video. I enjoyed making it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.